Hola, I'm Soraya, and today I wanted to share with you this book that it's my entire WIP project book. So, more than a year ago, I was doing this book. Let me just show you one. Yeah. So, this was like the first page that I did in this book. And what I wanted to do with the book is that there's a lot of wallpaper pages, but for me it represents an opportunity to create my own thing. So I knew what I wanted to do was use washi. To cover all of these big pages, I need to use paint, or it's the only way. And I also wanted to use the images that I have, because since I was in high school, I've been fascinated with ancient Egypt, all the stories, and I just have collected some stuff throughout the year when I went to museums and stuff like that. That was the exhibition that I will gravitate towards. So this is what I wanted to do in the book. But the problem is that I didn't do this page. So later on, when I use the paint on this page, this would happen. See all the wrinkles? So the water would damage the image and the washi would come out. See all of these wrinkles of the washi? This wasn't there when I put it. This is the water doing the damage. So the way that I thought it will be a good way to go forward was just to do all of the bases with water, and then I could put on top the paper and the washi, and that's how this became my entire book WIP. So there's no right or wrong here. There are people that like to do WIPs, to have a lot of WIPs. There are people that don't like to have WIPs. There's no right or wrong, nor best way or worst way. It's just the way that your brain works. And my brain doesn't like a lot of WIPs. So actually, besides this book, I just have another book with WIPs that it's from this collection. And it's the same thing. The problem is that, if I'm going to do this page, I need to make sure that I have something. I have, the base on this page too. So that's how this became my entire book WIP. And after I was doing this, Maya actually created the hashtag entire book WIP. So I'm like, okay, let's experiment and see how it goes. So after a year, because I already showed a little bit of the progress more than a year ago, but I think it's good to show you how things are going now. Just look at this. So this book has been, so much water has been thrown in this book that, yeah, it's still here. It's still here. It's still going strong. It's not destroyed yet. And it's just amazing. So I know it doesn't look pristine, but I'm fine with it, because in my head I'm thinking, okay, this is ancient Egypt. Imagine discovering this book in a tomb. Of course, it's going to be all beat up. It's not going to be perfect. Some things might be missing, but it's fine. So I'm almost finishing the first part of this endeavor, which is just having paint, all over the pages. So let's start. So this is a WIP, so I'm just going to, because this book has I think it's 125 pages, so I have more than 100 WIPs just on this book. So this is not finished, this page. I was just putting, the washi, experimenting with different patterns. So that's what I'm doing here. So the whole 2 pages for this, as you can see. So what I did was, it's always metallic paint, and here, see, I have this image. So they are, venerating, the sun, and that's why I have the god and the sun. So I try to match the images that I have here, and then, this is in the center. So this one, so they are all having to I have to finish them. So this is the god, and then I just use the washi like this with the stars. So more. Here is another image. This one I was just putting here, it's like these animals just walking, so I use these two different washes. So another god. So see, I just now need to finish this. So another experiment with the washi. So I wanted to see the faces of the horses. So in the beginning, as you can see the stripes, I was using a brush, but now I usually for this I use a sponge. This is a sponge, so I know it's not going to be perfect, but it gives a different texture, which I'm okay with in this one. And I want to experiment what it is to do with a more freeing type of painting. Here I was trying to see if I could use different colors, and yes, I was going for neon for the fishes. So yeah, experimenting. This one I used paint, so it's two different colors, 2 or 3 different colors. I just need to finish the crocodile. Here it's the same thing, it's 2 different colors of, I'm sorry, this is not paint, this is ink. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, so this is experimenting with ink for the background. Some more images. Another try to use neon. And I use the washi like this because of this. So yeah. This is ink again. And yeah, so see, because the pages are all like this, the ink doesn't, it's not, you know, regular, but I'm fine. See, I have these grooves because the paper is not, oops, sorry, the paper is not smooth, but I'm okay. Once again, we have the water problem here. See the difference of no water, it's all straight, and then here water, and the page becomes like this. So yeah, so that's why, or I use 2 copies, and that's why I use in Alien Worlds more than a copy, and that's why on Ivy I'm using 2 copies, because, you know, every single page having to worry with this is just too much. Of course, that's for the books that I'm completing the book, but now I'm just careful with what I, you know, use on this page. Palm trees. So see, this is like more my freeing way of trying to color with the sponge, so just experimenting with it. This is a coloring book, and this is Genzai Tami granulating watercolor that I was experimenting when I got them. So more collage. See, I know it's not perfect, but yeah, I just wanted to experiment, and let's see how it's going to look like at the end, because this is just the beginning. I had these 2 little guys, so I just glue, you know, God, so they are worshipping. More. This is from a magazine. This is, I was experimenting with gold on top of this ink. More from a magazine. Experimenting with a different color because I was getting sick of all the same colors that I was using. This, the god, this is the different, you know, phases of the moon. So I need to finish this one. So see, the first stage for me was always putting a base. Then the second is putting the, sorry, is putting the image. And then after the image I put the washi, and then, which is this phase, I put the washi, and then the last phase is going to do something here. So I'm still figuring that out. So yeah, you are seeing the different phases, and that's why this is my entire book WIP. Why did I have to choose a book that has 125 pages? I have no idea. It was going to be much easier if it was a smaller one, but yeah, that's what it happened. And I'm really enjoying working on this book. So yeah, another page. So see, in the beginning I was actually taping these pages, but then here, see, I was just doing in a different way. So yeah, so more experiments. This was the pastel page. I was trying different colors. So see, I use this, is like they are trading, and then you have here the merchants. So this was one of my first pages completed. Here I put more images, more images, more images. Okay. And for me, the problem is that when I do this page and I need to figure out the colors that I'm going to start, in my head I have, you know, what I want to do next, and that's why I don't like so many WIPs, because I need to close that in my head. So these are the Genzai Tami, the granulating watercolors. Again, the same ones. Okay, more pages. This is just such a soft silver. Palm tree. So I'm missing this one, this one. See, what I did was, then I was doing this and I had the image that I wanted. Now I just need to glue it. So this one I didn't glue. Why? Because I'm missing this one. So now I learned. So I need to do the base of this page, and then I can glue this one. And I'm missing this one. That's the last page that I'm missing, doing the first layer. So this is another completed page. So this page only had, you see, these blocks. That's all it had. So for me, what I did was I put washi, and I had these stickers, and I envisioned being in a museum and just seeing the different things that they have from ancient Egypt. So I just wanted to try. So that's what I did here. This one was a page that I finished last year for September, and this page doesn't like water, but I don't care. I was using the Sumi watercolors, and I use metallic marker. So see how the water, the page doesn't like the water, but I don't care. So this is a metallic marker. So this was me with the sponge, just figuring out how to blend. So you have 1 color, 2 colors, 3 colors, and 4 colors here. So yeah, experimenting blending with the sponge. So see, this one, I still need to glue, so I could do it right now actually, because this part is already done. So this one was me experimenting with distress oxide, and I didn't know that they were just so strong. So see, yeah, just look at this. Yeah, so these are 2 coloring pages that I put metallic paint, and I need to glue, and then yeah, washi, and figure out what I'm going to do next. So yeah, that's these pages. So this was the second page. I was just experimenting with washi to see what I liked the most, if this was like the individually or if it was like in a block. And also here this had too much white, so here I tried to use the paint. The problem is that this is too shiny and it doesn't really work, because if I put too much then you cannot see the sticker. So yeah, that was the experiment. And then I'm using space washi. More Genzai Tambi. This one is complete because I was doing this part. I was doing the pyramid, and I did distress oxide for the blue. And then while I was waiting for this to dry, I did complete this one last year, I think. So yeah, this is a completed page. This is metallic marker. So Genzai Tami again. And yay! This is the last page. So this is my entire book WIP. I don't know if you have one project like this or not. I always think it's fun to try and experiment with new things. So I don't know when I'm going to show any progress on this. Maybe in a year from now, who knows. But yeah, this is a fun project, and I hope you are enjoying other fun projects. If you'd like to share, I would love to know. So I will see you soon. Bye.